Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination.
Hey guys, Chef Bart here again, and I am the dude with the food. And what we're going to do today is we're going to make some buttermilk fried chicken. So what we got here is we're going to need a container to put it in the fridge. Got some buttermilk. Don't use the low-fat stuff. You want all the acidity in here because it's going to break down the meat. Some all-purpose flour. Got some kosher salt, some rosemary, some thyme, some oregano, some sage. And here we got a little cayenne pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and of course the chicken. And to simplify this, I'll have the quantities listed, but I went over to Winco and got, this is thighs, skin on, bone in, all that stuff, and this is about close to 5 pounds, so probably 10 to 12 thighs in there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to rinse the chicken, and then I'm going to put it in our container. Okay, so we'll set that aside for a minute. Now I'm going to take 4 cups of the buttermilk, or the whole container, a quart. I want to incorporate all of our ingredients into this so that it mixes evenly on the chicken. Okay? So now I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, teaspoons of black pepper, okay, so now we'll add our spices, and I like to grind them up because I don't want a big chunk of rosemary in this the batter. It also releases all the oils and stuff, so take a half a teaspoon each of the thyme, the rosemary, the oregano, and the sage. Okay. By the way, if you buy these at Winco, like, that much is like 30 cents. They have it in bulk over there. It's really, as opposed to buying these, which are like $3 a piece. Okay, so now we're going to give this a good mix to get it to powderize. Okay, we'll add that now to the buttermilk. Oh yeah, babe. We're also going to add 2 teaspoons of paprika. Okay. The rest of the ingredients are going to be for the flour, but we're also going to add a half a teaspoon of the cayenne. mix this up. And what you want to do, you want to marinate this anywhere from 6 hours to overnight. And what happens is the acidity in the buttermilk is actually going to break down the fibers in the meat and going to make it really tender. Okay, so now we'll pour this over our chicken. Get every last bit of the goodness out of there. So now that it's all in there, give this a shake. Put it in the fridge for as long as you desire. I would say a minimum of 6 hours, but overnight would probably be better, so you don't have to fuss with it before you make dinner. So I'll see you when it's time to cook it all. Well, we're getting close to getting this going now, and I just wanted to show you that I use this Crisco oil. A lot of different chefs use different oils. I know Alton Brown uses canola. This one here is a blend of soybean and peanut oil, and it's available in large quantities. And I've got now my chicken out of the refrigerator, which has been marinating for about 6 hours. And we got more people coming over, so I had to make another batch. And I'll have the quantities listed, but let me get rid of this. I got my flour here, ready for dredging. It's got all the spices and everything in it. So, it's a good idea to take the chicken out of the refrigerator about an hour ahead of time to let it cool, to let it warm up a little bit. But I also have the oil in a Dutch oven, and I'm letting it heat up to 350. I got a thermometer in there to make sure. I got a bunch of other things going on. We're having asparagus that I'm going to roast, and we're also having mashed potatoes because I'm going to make a chicken gravy for this. And I got to have something to put it on, so I got mashed potatoes that I'm making. And that's all this stuff is on some of my other videos that you can check out. So I'll be back in a little bit here to show you how I fry. So my oil's almost ready, and it's time to dredge the chicken. I'm not going to bore you with this. I'll do one or two. Push it down, get it in all the crevices. And what we're also going to do is, since we got the oil going, might as well not waste it. I'm going to actually fry some gizzards that I prepared and some hearts. And you can check out one of my other videos on how to prepare gizzards. But what I like to do is cut out that membrane in the middle, because that stays hard no matter how long you cook it. And then I also got some chicken livers. So we're going to make good use of this oil. It really doesn't keep, and you have to throw it away, and it's a lot. So I'm going to finish doing all these pieces of chicken, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them sit, because the coating is going to kind of get soft on there, and then if you want to dredge it again, you can get extra crispy chicken, but I got quite a lot to do here, so I may skip that step, depending on how much I got left. I'll be back in a minute to show you how I fry it. Alright, so our oil's at 350. Got my little candy thermometer in there, so now we're going to start frying off these. I'm only going to do 6. Have to do it in 2 batches. We're going to let this go for about 12 minutes. Got to make sure none of the oil hits the burner. So I'm going to let this go and I'll be back when it's done to show you how it looks. Alright, so while that's going, I'm going to make a sauce. So I got some schmaltz here, or chicken fat, and I'm going to take and make a roux. So I'll probably take about 4 tablespoons of this stuff, maybe a little more. Get this to melt good. Then I'm going to actually add some of the flour mixture from the chicken. So to make a roux, you have equal parts fat, equal parts flour. Okay, now we'll put our flour in. You want to cook this a little bit to get rid of the raw taste. And if you get a little bit of chunks, don't worry about it. You can always strain the gravy. That's what I usually end up doing anyway. Our chicken's getting pretty close to being done now. Forgot to mention that when you put the chicken in, crank the burner up to high so we can get back to temperature. It's still around 300 degrees right now. Okay, so now at this point, we can add some chicken stock to this. Actually, I'm going to let it go a little longer. I want to thicken it up some more. Chicken will come to the top when it's done if you have the right temperature on it. Take a look at this. Break it up a little bit. Okay, so we got our roux developing now. There's plenty of salt and pepper and stuff in the flour itself, so I'm not going to add any more. Okay, so now we'll add some chicken stock. Add it slowly. So this is going to be thickest when it comes to the boil, so I'm just going to go a little bit longer here. Okay, so that's been about 12 minutes. I'm going to let it go a little longer to get it brown. And now sauce is thickening up nicely here. And add a little more because it's going to thicken up a lot when it cools down. Okay, so this is done. I'm going to turn it off. There you are. I'm going to take a piece out now. Really quickly, I'm going to check the temperature of it. I'm looking at for about 165 here. It's almost there. Okay, it's done. Might want to remember to, when you first put it in, give it a stir. Got a little brown mark from the bottom of the pan. Now we'll get all these bits out of here. And we're going to do the next batch. So I'm going to finish up doing this and be back to show you how it looks when we go to eat. Alright, so here we got it, guys. Oh, let me get some gravy. Got a house full of people again, so I gotta hurry up. So we got some roasted asparagus. Here's the chicken. Oh, the crust is good. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We got some potato. That is the best you'll ever taste. I'm still going to do the gizzards and the hearts, and I'm still going to do the liver. But you can do what you want. It's a good way to use up all the oil. See you next time.